Welcome to the John and Heidi Show podcast.
John and Heidi.
Here's John and Heidi.
Today is a special day, Heidi. Do you know what today is?
What is today, John?
Oh, I thought you would never ask, Heidi. It's the weekend, so let's do the whole doggone thing. Saturday, October the 22nd, National Color Day, National Make a Dogs Day. Oh, we make our dogs day all the time.
We try to, except for when you lock her up, leave her standing by the door.
No, there are times she's a naughty dog. I'm like, okay, you got to learn a little something.
She's not, though.
Oh, she's a terrible dog sometimes. National Nut Day and National Make a Difference Day as well. Sunday, October the 23rd, iPod Day, National Boston Cream Pie Day, National Mole Day. Swallows Depart from San Juan Capistrano Day, National Mother-in-Law Day. I'll have to call your mom, and you'll have to call my mom. How's that sound?
We should do that.
And National TV Talk Show Host Day. You know why that happens on the 23rd of October?
Why?
Johnny Carson's birthday.
Aw,
There
love
you go.
Johnny.
I did too. And I've got a guest joining me today, Rick Steves. He is the person who has a bunch of really cool books out, but this one is called Europe's Top 100 Masterpieces. And we're going to talk about that with Rick Steves coming up in a bit.
In good times and not so good times, it's a good idea to be responsible when it comes to spending. At BetterCreditCards.com, we're excited to see our friends like you get a better credit card to fit your needs. Some people like cards with the lowest possible interest rate. Others like cards with no annual fee. And some people like cards with points and perks to take advantage of all the extras available. Whatever you're looking for, we hope you find it at BetterCreditCards.com. Give yourself a little credit. BetterCreditCards.com.
Now, surveys and studies and such brought to you by BetterCreditCards.com. Apparently not everyone is good at multitasking. A team from the University of Rochester Medical Center has found that walking can boost cognitive performance, but only for some people. Some young and healthy people perform better on a series of cognitive tasks while walking, while others did not. Oddly, there was no effective predictor on who would fall into which category. The study's authors say that they expected that all test subjects would respond similarly, but the study shows that it's simply easier for some people to dual task than it is for others. So some people could walk and, play a game on a phone and whatever.
And chew gum.
Yeah, exactly. That's kind of the thing people always say. You can't even walk and chew gum at the same time. But that is a thing. Some people are good multitaskers and other people are not. I'm a pretty good multitasker.
You're
Heidi
not.
is not.
You think you are, but you are not.
I'm probably not. All right. Surveys and studies and such brought to you by BetterCreditCards.com.
How much do you pay for your wireless phone? Some people spend hundreds of dollars every month for their family. That's crazy! Mint Mobile offers premium wireless for just $15 a month. Not 50, 15, 1-5. Yeah, $15 a month for premium wireless. It's time for a Mintervention from Mint Mobile. You can keep your same phone number. You may even be able to keep your same phone. Find out now at Mintervention.com. Learn more and sign up today at Mintervention.com. Premium wireless for just $15 a month at Mintervention.com. That's Mintervention.com.
Did you know? Brought to you by RadioTravelGroup.com. Heidi, did you know that some Belgian scientists say that they've developed a way to make beer taste even better? They've successfully engineered a gene responsible for the strong flavor of beer and other alcoholic beverages. It's a long technical explanation, but we'll just trust them when they say it has to do with modifying a yeast strain to give beer more of a fruity banana-like flavor than it is known for. They admit their work was supported by a brewing company which hopes to make use of the technology in a patent, meaning other brands of brew might miss out on this new fruity banana-flavored beer.
I don't think I want banana beer.
I don't think I do either. So, I don't know. I might taste a little sip of it to see, because maybe you go, oh, wow, that's exactly the way beer should have tasted. But I'm like, you know what? That doesn't sound good to me so far.
Yeah.
All right. We don't know. Yeah, that's bizarre. We don't know everything, but now we know this. Thanks for listening to the John and Heidi Show this weekend. Now, big screen, little screen, brought to you by ChannelSurferTV.com. Dahmer has been dethroned from the top of Netflix top 10 charts, but its successor isn't all that different. The true crime drama slipped to number 2 spot, while The Watcher soared to number 1. I've been seeing people talk about that online quite a bit.
I haven't heard anything about that one.
Limited series came from the same guy, creator Ryan Murphy, who's probably having a pretty good week.
Yeah.
His overall deal at Netflix, Dahmer, Monster, the Jeffrey Dahmer Story, is a 10-episode limited series that premiered back in September. and has dominated Netflix top 10 list ever since. The show is a dramatization of the life of Jeffrey Dahmer and his gruesome crime spree. The Watcher is also based on a true story, a less well-known one, and it's from a 2018 article, Haunting of a Dream House, a couple that apparently had a bizarre tale thing that happened. And I think that's going to pretty much do it. I've got a couple other stories that I did not get to, but you can read them in the show notes for today at johnandheidishow.com.
In good times and not so good times, it's a good idea to be responsible when it comes to spending. At bettercreditcards.com, we're excited to see our friends like you get a better credit card to fit your needs. Some people like cards with the lowest possible interest rate. Others like cards with no annual fee. And some people like cards with points and perks to take advantage of all the extras available. Whatever you're looking for, we hope you find it at bettercreditcards.com. Give yourself a little credit. Bettercreditcards.com.
Now your scoop of the day comes your way courtesy of bettercreditcards.com. A doctor has supposedly finally settled the age-old argument about whether you should keep condiments in the refrigerator or keep them in the pantry.
Oh,
Heidi?
here we go.
Where do you say, Heidi?
It depends on the condiment.
Okay, let's just say ketchup.
Honestly, it tastes better on the counter.
Okay, how about peanut butter?
Oh, in the cupboard.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
Well, according to Australian News Corp, Dr. Zach Turner was asked by a reader where some of our favorite condiments, including ketchup, peanut butter, and raspberry jam, belong. He said, I hope you're sitting down for this. I'm afraid to tell you that tomato sauce, which is like ketchup, Vegemite, and peanut butter do not need to be refrigerated. Mm-hmm. He added that similar condiments like barbecue sauce and mustard do not need to be refrigerated either due to their high acidity.
Really?
What about after they're opened, though? He says they still don't need to be refrigerated.
Yeah.
Very little bacteria will grow in them. He said he reminds us to read the labels to know for sure where the best place is to store them, but they don't need to be refrigerated.
I didn't know that about barbecue sauce.
One of the other ones that amazes me is eggs, because I've always refrigerated my eggs. But
I've
they're like,
always,
no, they don't need to be refrigerated.
There's even an egg area.
I know, but you don't need to. I was like, I didn't know that. And Heidi, get ready for this. 'Tis the season. Sony and a vacation rental company, Vacasa, have teamed up to offer a courageous group of friends a getaway to the Ghostbusters Firehouse.
Oh, how fun would
the classic
that be?
1984 Halloween flick is based in New York City. The faithful reproduction is located in Portland, Oregon. 3-story firehouse features all the essentials: a PKE meter, ghost traps, proton packs, aura video analyzer, an ecto containment unit to store all the evil spirits you might come across, and even the Ghostbusters vehicle, Ecto 1, parked in the firehouse bay. Guests are also invited to wear the famous Ghostbusters fight suits and snack on some Stay Puft marshmallows as they take part in other creepy activities. It's all taking place October 28th through the 31st, and there is a link for people who want to see like a virtual tour. I've got that in the show notes for today at johnandheidishow.com.
How much do you pay for your wireless phone? Some people spend hundreds of dollars every month for their family. That's crazy! Mint Mobile offers premium wireless for just $15 a month. Not 50, 15, 1-5. Yeah, $15 a month for premium wireless. It's time for a Mintervention from Mint Mobile. You can keep your same phone number. You may even be able to keep your same phone. Find out now at Mintervention.com. Learn more and sign up today at Mintervention.com. Premium wireless for just $15 a month at Mintervention.com. That's Mintervention.com.
Thank you for listening to the John and Heidi Show. Super excited to visit today with Rick Steves. And I love this on the back of your book here. It says, America's most trusted travel authority. That's really cool. Rick Steves, Europe's top 100 masterpieces. This is a good looking book, Rick.
Well, thank you. I've written about 50 guidebooks, and that's full of data about how to see the different sites around Europe. Europe is my beat. And finally, my buddy Dean and I got together when we made a coffee table book here, which features our favorite 100 masterpieces of European art.
I had this book here, and I was looking at it, getting ready for the interview, and then my wife pointed to it. She goes, when you're done with that, I'm taking it. So I know where this book is going to go.
Well, that's good.
Yeah, it's a good-looking book. And through here, I'm flipping through this, and there's so many beautiful images, and it's just such a fascinating book to look at. But when people get a chance to read this, when they get a chance to experience Europe's top 100 masterpieces, it's more than just the images, because you guys have done such a good job letting people experience the whole thing.
You know, John, it's so interesting because I've written like a 500-page book called Europe 101, History and Art for the Travelers, and that's kind of a textbook for the whole story of Europe's history and art. And when we wrote this book, before we finished it, I had to read the whole thing from beginning to end to make sure it was all good. And it occurred to me, this has been a delightful way to take a sweep through the story of European art. From the prehistoric Venuses and old cave paintings in France and the Egyptian art and so on, right through ancient Greece, ancient Rome, Middle Ages, Renaissance, Baroque, and up till today. And I realized, what a delightful one page at a time featuring 100 great works of art with a beautiful photograph of each. It's a beautiful, fun way to get excited about art.
Now, there are a lot of people who will read this who then will say, you know what, I want to go see this in person. And that's probably kind of the idea because, you don't want to just experience things through books. You want people to get out and travel and see this stuff too, right?
Well, it is sure nice to actually go there. And this is sort of what I do with my 100 workmates here in Seattle at my company, Rick Steves Europe, is we help people go to Europe in a thoughtful way. And as it relates to art, as a tour guide, I've had like 20 or 30 years experience with this, and I know that if you can give people a context, then they step into that gallery and they look at that wonderful art and it takes them away. It just carbonates the experience. When you look at Michelangelo's David in Florence, to understand that you're not looking at a shepherd who killed a giant. I mean, that's kind of the Bible story, but you're looking into the eyes of Renaissance man. David was the mascot of Florence because Florence was rising above its rival city-state neighbors, and David is sizing up the darkness of the Middle Ages, just like he's sizing up the giant, and he's saying, I can take this guy. It's the beginning of the modern world. It's humanism. Then when you look at that, it makes all the difference in the world. I mean, at the same time Michelangelo was doing that down at the Vatican, Raphael was painting the School of Athens in the Pope's study. And here you have all these great pre-Christian thinkers that the Pope has hired Raphael to paint in his library, Socrates and Plato and these guys. And then you realize that Socrates and Plato and Euclid and all the ancient philosophers and mathematicians and so on are actually the features of the great artists of Raphael's generation. There's Michelangelo, there's Bramante, there's Leonardo. You realize, wow, what a radical thing going on 500 years ago when even the Pope was getting into humanism and accepting all of this pre-Christian kind of thinking. And then you look at the design of that painting and you see Raphael employing the mathematical laws of linear perspective to give you a three-dimensional scene on a two-dimensional surface like they've never been able to do before. And then the whole appreciation of that masterpiece comes together. And I guess my theme is, John, that you don't need to be a scholar to enjoy this. You just need somebody that can come along and explain to you what Impressionism's all about. One thing I love to do, for instance, is to build a Gothic cathedral out of 13 tourists. It takes 6 columns, 6 buttresses, and 1 spire. And I demonstrate that before I go into a Gothic cathedral with the tours that we lead. And then people step into the Gothic cathedral and go, oh, now I get why you have pointed arches. And I get why the walls are now just a skeleton of supports. They have more room for windows and the importance of light in the Gothic age compared to the more dark churches from the Romanesque age before that. And that's kind of the fun. So that's my job as a tour guide and a travel writer. And to make this book, Europe's Top 100 Masterpieces, was a lot of fun. And then just this next few weeks, we're debuting our 6-week Art of Europe TV series on public television.
Oh, nice.
And all over the country, I'm able to share this love of art together in this mini-series that we worked for 2 years putting together. So for me as a tour guide, this is an exciting time.
Absolutely is. Rick, thank you so much for your time.
Thank you so much, John.
Absolutely. Again, the book is out right now. I've got a link to it in the show notes for today at johnandheidishow.com.
In good times and not so good times, it's a good idea to be responsible when it comes to spending. At bettercreditcards.com, we're excited to see our friends like you get a better credit card to fit your needs. Some people like cards with the lowest possible interest rate. Others like cards with no annual fee. And some people like cards with points and perks to take advantage of all the extras available. Whatever you're looking for, we hope you find it at bettercreditcards.com. Give yourself a little credit. Bettercreditcards.com.
Fun fact for you, Heidi.
What's that, John?
Children grow faster in the springtime than any other season. I wonder why that is.
Really?
Because they're out in the sunlight and getting more fresh air
Probably.
and all of that fun stuff. Fun fact for you, Heidi.
What's that, John?
The most popular sport as a topic for a film is boxing. More boxing movies than any other sport.
Okay.
Fun fact for you, Heidi.
What's that, John?
Earth is slowing down. Every day is longer than the previous one by milliseconds. In a few million years, a leap year will no longer be necessary because it'll be all timed out.
Really?
All we have to wait is a few million years. Fun fact for you, Heidi.
What's that, John?
Prussia's Frederick the Great liked his coffee made with champagne and mustard. What?
Ew.
That just seems weird. Fun fact for you, Heidi.
What's that, John?
Nutella was invented during World War II when an Italian pastry maker mixed hazelnuts into chocolate to make it extend a little more. He needed more chocolate than he
Yum.
had. And what a great idea that was. And our final fun fact for you,
What's
Heidi.
that, John?
Drying fruit depletes it of 30 to 80% of its vitamins and antioxidant content. So they're saying by drying the fruit, you're kind of losing a bunch of the nutrition. So there you go. Now we know. Thanks for listening to the John and Heidi Show.
How much do you pay for your wireless phone? Some people spend hundreds of dollars every month for their family. That's crazy! Mint Mobile offers premium wireless for just $15 a month. Not 50, 15, 1-5. Yeah, $15 a month for premium wireless. It's time for a Mintervention from Mint Mobile. You can keep your same phone number. You may even be able to keep your same phone. Find out now at Mintervention.com. Learn more and sign up today at Mintervention.com. Premium wireless for just $15 a month at Mintervention.com. That's Mintervention.com.
Time now for the Mint Mobile question of the day. Yay! It's brought to you by Mintervention.com. Question for you, Heidi. In a survey, this was found to be the thing that annoys people the most about their coworkers. What is it? This annoys people.
Clipping your nails at your desk.
No, I'll quit doing that, though. Their stinky food.
Yeah. Yeah, that's awful.
I've never really worked with anybody that had stinky food, but I've talked to people who've worked with people that have had stinky food. So I've been pretty fortunate. I am the one with the stinky food, though, so it's me. It's the one. Mint Mobile question of the day brought to you by Mintervention.com.
In good times and not so good times, it's a good idea to be responsible when it comes to spending. At BetterCreditCards.com, we're excited to see our friends like you get a better credit card to fit your needs. Some people like cards with the lowest possible interest rate. Others like cards with no annual fee. And some people like cards with points and perks to take advantage of all the extras available. Whatever you're looking for, we hope you find it at BetterCreditCards.com. Give yourself a little credit. BetterCreditCards.com.
Time now for some weird news brought to you by WeirdGiftOfTheDay.com. They're doing it again, Heidi. Following the release of Bush's pork-flavored dog brew in 2020, the new Bush Light Turkey Brew is out.
Okay.
And while they're calling it beer, the ingredients are actually pooch-friendly. The original dog brew consisted of pork bone broth, water, some vegetables, and added herbs and spices. The new turkey brew features bone-in turkey, sweet potato, ginger, basil, and peppermint leaves, and turmeric to provide your best buddy with a nutritious and tasty snack that helps promote a healthy digestive system. 4 packs of this Bush's beer is available on the Bush's Beer Gear website. Dog brew might be the perfect beer for your pet. It can also be consumed by humans as well, although it is really tasted for your dog's taste. It's tailored, rather, for the dog's taste. The original dog brew sold out in just 24 hours. This time
I was
they hope
not
to
aware
have
you
a
couldn't
little
give your
more.
dog regular beer.
Well, you can, apparently. But this is designed just for dogs because it's weird. Weird news brought to you by WeirdGiftOfTheDay.com. Time now for the list, brought to you by BetterCreditCards.com. Here's the top 10 celebrities who've inspired people to push past limitations, fear, self-doubt, achieve their goals. 2,000 adults, 30 and over, were asked, who are the people that inspire you? So number 10, Bear Grylls, and he's like an adventure survivalist guy.
Okay.
Number 9, the Kardashians. Okay. Number 8, Stone Cold Steve Austin. Number 7, Jennifer Lopez. 6, Rebel Wilson. 5, Tyler Perry. Number 4, Beyonce. Number 3, Ronaldo. Number 2, Dwayne "The Rock" Johnson. And the number 1 celebrity who has inspired people to push past their limitations, to do what they maybe couldn't have done without them, Oprah Winfrey.
Wow.
So there you go. That is the list. Is there somebody that you think is missing from the list, Heidi?
I can't think of... There's not a single person on this planet that I look to improve myself.
There you go.
You have to look within.
Wow. Thank you.
Was that profound?
Heidi has spoken. The list brought to you by BetterCreditCards.com.
In good times and not so good times, it's a good idea to be responsible when it comes to spending. At BetterCreditCards.com, we're excited to see our friends like you get a better credit card to fit your needs. Some people like cards with the lowest possible interest rate. Others like cards with no annual fee. And some people like cards with points and perks to take advantage of all the extras available. Whatever you're looking for, we hope you find it at BetterCreditCards.com. Give yourself a little credit. BetterCreditCards.com. JohnandHeidy.com.
Time now for the quote of the day. It comes your way, courtesy of InsuranceChicken.com. Our quote today is from Dave Barry. Dave's a funny dude. He says, "It is a scientific fact that your body will not absorb cholesterol if you take it from another person's plate." Oh, if only that were true. So many times. I do not.
Yeah,
You'd
be so fit.
Yeah, I almost never order fries because Heidi orders fries.
He always takes them from me.
I just take a few. And then she's done. She's like, "You want the rest of these?" I'm like, "This right here is why I don't order fries."
Very rarely do I offer you fries.
You do. You did just the other day, and you do it all the time. That is your quote of the day. It comes your way, courtesy of InsuranceChicken.com.
John and Heidi.
This portion of the John and Heidi Show is brought to you by the John and Heidi Show. That sounds kind of funny, but it's true. Go to your local radio station and ask them to start carrying the John and Heidi Show. Here's the best part. They can carry the show for free. They play a couple commercials, but it doesn't cost them anything every month. So if you know a radio station that could use a little bit of help, send them our way. Send them to johnandheidishow.com. Again, johnandheidishow.com. We would love to do a radio program in your community. Then you could listen to the podcast and listen to us on the radio.
John and Heidi.
We always like to wrap things up around here with good news, and I think this is good news. Comes your way courtesy of RadioTravelGroup.com. I love this story. Illinois man takes healing power of music to nursing homes. A realtor/musician discovered his musical gifts carried healing power beyond anything he could have ever imagined. Since losing his father to brain cancer, Ryan Carney has been bringing his cello to senior care facilities to play for the residents. It says the cancer took his father's life, his father's ability to talk, until the day "Stand By Me" came on at a family party. Out of nowhere, his father began to sing. Aww. It's something that's hard to explain. He says, "I'm not a doctor, but I know that music is known to be a universal language." Yep. And when that language is barricaded by a disease, sometimes music can penetrate like nothing else can. He began randomly playing his cello at a senior care home in hopes that music would also touch the lives of others in cognitive decline. And it was a hit with residents packing the foyers to hear him play. He says, "When I get to help people trigger that chemistry in their head through music, it's the absolute greatest feeling in the world." There's a video that a TV station had done. It is phenomenal. If you've got a moment and you'd like to watch it, I do have a link to it in the show notes for today at johnandheidishow.com. I wish I knew how to play an instrument, because I do think that would be a whole lot of fun to be able to do something like that. But if you have that ability, if you have that talent, if that's a gift of yours, and you're trying to find a place to do that, I guarantee you there are places that would love to have you come and play and perform and share that gift with their residents. I'm sure that there are people out there that would like
absolutely.
that.
It's beautiful.
Really, really neat. All right, time to say goodbye, Heidi.
Goodbye, Heidi.
Goodbye, everybody. Have a great weekend. Thank you for listening to the John and Heidi Show.